Okay, everybody, Saray here. Basically, we're going to be talking about SOH CAH TOA, and we all wondering what that is. Now, basically is the identification of a right triangle. And we all wondering what this means, and it basically means the sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. And for the CAH, that means the cosine is equal to the adjacent of the triangle over the hypotenuse. And the tangent of the triangle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. As you can see right here, this is the basic right triangle right here. And wherever the reference angle is, that's where you identify the adjacent side to it is. Basically, adjacent means next to. And alongside is always, no matter what, the hypotenuse. And the opposite of the hypotenuse is, obviously right here. One of the biggest mistakes to figuring out, and one of the biggest mistakes that people make trying to figure out what the side of a right triangle is and what the angle is, they mix up the signs. Basic formulas. Myself, I sometimes confuse a sine as opposite over adjacent because of the sounds. You might be able to get confused with the SOH CAH TOA sound. And the same thing with cosine and tangent too. So that's the biggest mistake. And I actually have a problem for you guys, and the first person who figures out this problem to figuring out this right triangle will get a special treat. Basically, Billy was on a camping trip, and he was 4 miles away from the hill that he was getting ready to hike. From where he was standing, he saw a sign that said he was getting ready to climb a 7-mile hill. From where he was standing, what was his angle of elevation? Well, basically, what was his beta? So can you guys try to figure it out real quick from where he was standing? His angle of elevation.
Okay, so can you stop for a second?
60 degrees.
All right, man, you'll come on up and get your prize. And I'll explain to you how you got it.
Woo, Manny! Woo! Yes.
All right.
High five.
Basically, can you explain in class how you got that answer?
Yeah. What you do is inverse tangent. So
Explain to them how you found
Oh
it.
yeah.
So
I use tangent, so it's opposite over hypotenuse. And
opposite over adjacent.
opposite over adjacent, and then you find the ratio of that, and it's like 1.7. And you find the inverse tangent.
To find the inverse, you just basically put that in your calculator. Tangent of -1.
And that's 60 degrees.
Right.
Approximately.
All right. You get your prize. A hug. That's your prize. Okay. That's it. Oh, hi, Saray here again. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the Pythagorean Thm. And it's a very simple equation. It basically goes a squared plus b squared is always going to be equal to c squared. And that's for any right triangle. That's for any right triangle. No matter what, it will always work. Always. Let me tell you guys a little bit about the biggest mistake that we usually make when trying to figure out the Pythagorean Thm. Now, whatever side that we're looking for, basically on the other side of the equation is always going to be equal to the hypotenuse. People usually get mistaken by putting this side or any of the variables on the wrong side of the equation, and they forget that they're looking for the hypotenuse. That's always wrong, no matter what. That will always be wrong. Little analogy for you guys. It's very logical too. Just think of 2 strong men getting ready to fight a little man. When both of these men gang up on the little man, they're going to get combined, and the little man is going to get very bigger. And that's an analogy for you guys.